Welcome to the Lawyers and Mediators International Show and Podcast by InstantMediations.com, where we discuss law and conflict resolution topics to educate both professionals and everyday people. Catch regular episodes on YouTube, the Instant Mediations app, and anywhere you get your podcasts. Just remember, nothing in these episodes constitutes legal advice, so be sure to talk to a lawyer, as cases are fact-dependent.
Hey everyone, this is attorney Mac Pierre-Louis, attorney, mediator, arbitrator, and I work throughout Florida and Texas.
And I'm Tye Bourdony, primary mediation trainer, as well as the director of Mediation Center of Central Florida and a full-time mediator. And I'm here based out of Orlando, Florida. It's great to be here live with you, Mac.
Yes, awesome. And so, Tye, we are here streaming live to just spend a few minutes with the folks out there and the internet to make a couple announcements, but also to test a live service of Streamlabs, which we've been using to broadcast our recordings for many months now. Before that, we've tried different services, but we've been liking Streamlabs. And so one of the things we wanted to do was kind of first go back to the LMIPodcast and just remind people and refresh to people, what it is that it's all about. And you should see it pop up on your screen and a few. But just so people can know the backstory, Instant Mediations LLC, based in Houston, Texas, started a podcast some years ago. It used to be called Instant Mediations Podcast. And it was a place where mediators got together to talk everything conflict resolution. And then we met you, Tye, along the way. This is me and my business partner, Natalia Alaska-Chaika, who she was the one actually who found you and she brought you on board. And then you become a trainer alongside us. And so you were extremely enthusiastic to contribute your time and energy towards educating mediators out there, because that's what you do. Okay, and I definitely want you to give a little bit of a shout out about your work. But we then changed the name from the Instant Mediations podcast to the Lawyers and Mediators International Podcast. Yeah. And the website now, of course, is LMIPodcast.com. And I'm screen sharing it. But on that page on LMIPodcast.com, that's where you're able to see a ton of free videos we've been doing with people all over the world. Just to educate on everything conflict resolution. But it's not just for mediators, but it's also for lawyers and
pro se parties.
Pro se parties, people without lawyers, right?
Yeah.
And so all of the content that we've been putting out on YouTube for free over the last few years is now available on the LMI podcast. And so we encourage people to go back and look on all these tons of videos that we've done. So plenty of information there.
Wealth of knowledge. It's a wealth of knowledge. It really is.
Exactly. And so that's the podcast, and people can actually play to actually listen. In case you don't want to watch the YouTube videos and you do either just listen to the actual recordings, we do sync with Spotify podcasts, which plays on the website's interface. So that's something that people don't really know too much about. It's a podcast, but folks like to watch it instead of listening. But
you
Tye,
can do both.
Yep. So Tye, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll segue over to the LMI trainings, which is one of the announcements we got today.
Right. Well, so like you said, I love to train. And not only do I love to train, but I guess I'm a bit of a, what do they call it? Like a mediation wonk. Like I love talking about this stuff because it's fun. What we do makes a difference. We're superheroes, and I love training, fellow mediators. And so that's what we do. That's what we've been doing. And specifically when we've been talking along with Natalia in the past, it was because when I got out of law school, I was a staff mediator, and I just happened to deal with unrepresented parties all the time at the courthouse. And so it became like one of my niches. And so like our spin was for the unrepresented parties. But But what's great about what you're doing is there's a little something for everybody. Like an unrepresented party can find out so much about going through a divorce, just like a mediator can just scroll through and find so many different aspects of mediation that's being discussed. And so this is really like, after you become a mediator, somebody can sit and just go through all your videos, spend another 40 hours easy. You could spend 40 hours on your website, So I love to train, and I love how we've partnered to continue that training in a different way.
So in addition to then these pro se people you were talking about, the mediators, the judges, or anybody in the audience who can go and find the tons of videos that we've done over the years. Now we're also announcing, and I'll share the screen, ta-da, LMItrainings.com, the Lawyers and Mediators International Trainings. And as a subtitle says, it's from the creators of the LMIPodcast.com. And so now what we're doing is not only can people go to the LMIPodcast.com and check out the usual videos for free every week going out, but now if they want premium content, they can go even further, do a free registration, go in and check out more information. And so you, Tye, are one of the trainers that we're featuring, and you have a ton of information that you have been doing over the years, and you're putting out ongoing. Right?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do together.
Yes, for lawyers, for mediators, for people throughout Florida, Texas, and beyond. And so when folks come and they want to register and sign up, they're able to then consume some of your premium content if they want, because there's still free stuff there too. And there's premium content there if people want. But if you want to say
they can learn for learning's sake, or they can. So in Florida, every state's a little different. But if you're a mediator, in Florida, you have to recertify every 2 years.
You have to recertify
every 2 years. Your mediation certification, you have to recertify. Attorneys have to keep up their certification as well. And sometimes we have mediator attorneys. Sometimes we just have mediators. And so some of the content is for both, and some of the content is just for mediators. But if you're not in a state that you need to do it for, you're doing it for its own sake. You're doing it to learn that topic, because the one thing I don't like, I will say, that I don't agree with some states, is that they don't recertify, because training is ongoing. You don't just learn something and now you know it. It changes.
Correct.
Everything is, things. What worked well 5 years ago doesn't necessarily work so well today. And I'll give you a prime example. One quick example. When I used to, when I talk about being empathetic and helping to get through to parties, I used to say active listening. And then you introduced me to Doug Knoll. And to hear Doug Knoll talk about it, and I'm just so excited because I know you're going to be talking to him next week. To hear Doug Knoll talk about it, it's empathetic listening. And when I listened to him, it resonated, and I was like, he's right. It's not active, it's empathetic listening. And so I have changed the way I talk. So the point is, what works before and what we think we recognize and see, some trainer, some mediator, someone is going to say something in a new way, and you're going to, it's going to resonate. It's going to make sense. And now you're a better lawyer, mediator, right? You have more knowledge. So we should train for training's own sake. And this is a great place to do it. And what you're doing is amazing, by the way. Keep it up.
Awesome. Okay, so we discussed the LMI podcast, which of course is always going to be ongoing. And we're going to keep on pumping out some great information and great content. So keep coming back. And then we've announced the LMItrainings.com, which is now the next step, the next evolution of the podcast. So that is available for premium content. And all you got to do is register for free and then sign in so you can start doing some courses. And then finally, Tye, one of the things that is on the LMItrainings.com is your roundtables. Take a few seconds and tell us, what is the Saturday morning Florida Mediators Roundtables? When did it start?
Man, 2 to 3 years ago. and it started just local. And I'm in the Ninth Circuit, Central Florida, right? Orange and Osceola County. And we started it. I didn't even start it. It was Joy, who Inzatari, who's a coordinator up in like the Fifth Circuit or something, up a little further up north. And she started it because she's also a mediator in the Ninth Circuit. She started it for the mediators in the Ninth Circuit, and then invited me. I kind of loved it, and then it kind of just fell on me, and I've been doing it ever since. And I just absolutely love it. And I think I said to you earlier, it's kind of like Saturday morning cartoons for mediators. It's free.
Exactly.
It's programming. It's every Saturday at 10 o'clock, one way or another. And if I can't make it, you make it, or someone else comes. But the point of the matter is, it's an hour. It's all professional, mediators at various levels, from beginner, intermediate to advanced. And we're talking about different interesting topics every week. Sometimes we give free continuing mediation education. Today at 10 o'clock, we're going to be talking about when can't you allow a party to sign a mediated agreement? What's that?
Yeah.
So,
10 a.m.
it's an interesting.
Florida time, Eastern time.
What was that?
That's Florida time, 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Mac.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
And so that's, it's just a great place to exchange ideas, listen, and to talk about a different topic, every week, ask questions, and it's community. Really, it really is.
So Tye, I've been coming the last couple of years and pretty regularly. And so I enjoy, your segments.
It's fun, right?
It's fun because it's, community, like you said, there's a lot of different mediators and lawyers kind of getting together and
judges coming sometimes.
Yep, this works, this doesn't work. And then we try to, iron sharpens iron, as they say. So we try to get better and help each other get better so that we can all give potential clients and parties out there who are sometimes suffering in their lives with conflict. We want to help them make peace. We want to help people bury their swords and then, and grow from it. And so what the announcement basically is that Instant Mediations LLC, and through the LMItrainings.com that's being announced, is now going to be hosting your mediator roundtable videos.
I'm so excited.
Now notice, Tye had been recording these privately because they're done on Zoom, and he sends out the emails weekly so people can go in and sign up. But now we're trying to go into the future, okay? And we're going to make it accessible and easier. So that people, even if they cannot make it on Saturday, they'll be able to check out the roundtable videos for free. And so people can now go in and then check it out. And so one of the cool things about this is not only can you check out the videos, but you can also search for things within the video. So for example, let's say you want to learn more about child support. Okay, you go into that search bar, you type the word child support, and it will find all the places that child support is discussed. And that's pretty amazing with the technology.
It's a little more than pretty amazing, actually. It's
I really like that.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I really like that tool.
Pick a topic, type it in, boop, and you're going to be able, right to it.
Exactly. You can go right to it, and you can go back months, if not years, into different discussions where that thing was mentioned. So we're encouraging people to, if you're a mediator or even a lawyer mediator, you want to get
you
need to go and register and sign up. Not sign up, but check out the roundtable every Saturday morning. And Tye has a list that he sends out the Zoom link to. However, now going forward, you just got to come back here to LMItrainings.com, and you'll be able to see the next event, and you'll be able to see the instructions on how you can log in and join. But if you miss it, you can come back here and you'll be able to check out the different videos you might have missed and just watch and learn. Okay, and if you need your certificate hours, then you'll be able to get that as well once you've satisfied some prerequisites. But basically, in a nutshell, that's it, Tye. We've been going on for about 15 minutes live, and we're going to announce that to the world. Okay, so Tye, you're about to start your next roundtable for today, and so let's get to it. So, all right, everybody, until next time.
We look forward to seeing you all,
and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.